We saw strange creatures outside the city. They must have come from a tear in corroded space. A fragmentum, correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw. The Silvermane guards are continuously engaged with the enemy, but I'm afraid the situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter. We're lacking in intel. We're here. This is Qlipoth Fort, the heart of Belobog and headquarters of the Architects. Qlipoth is the symbol of preservation. Under Qlipoth's impulsion, the Architects constructed Belobog, thus protecting the spark of civilization from disaster and the eternal freeze. To show our reverence, we named this fortress after the Aeon themselves. The Architects, under the protection of Qlipoth, have continued to lead this city forward, repelling all manner of disasters. This fortress is also the residence of the Supreme Guardian.
The Supreme Guardian?
The leader of Belobog, elected and appointed by the Architects. The Supreme Guardians have watched over this city for generations, sheltering the people from harm. The current Guardian is Madame Cacolia Rand. Every major strategic decision is issued by her.
Whoa, she sounds like a big deal.
I will now bring you to see Madame Cacolia. Please, have your words at the ready. Her time is precious, so she prefers concise communication.
We're gonna see her right now? Can I at least find a place to freshen up first?
Rest easy. The Madam Guardian doesn't care about formalities. Not to mention, you've only just arrived. It would be unexpected if you were familiar with Belobog customs. I've dispatched a messenger to send word. Madame Cacolia will be aware of your arrival. Come with me.
But that's a meaningless sacrifice. How can you...
You may leave, Branya. Visitors have arrived.
Yes, Mother.
Madam Guardian, I have brought 3 outsiders to see you.
The messenger informed me. Well done, Gepard. You may leave. Welcome, visitors from beyond the eternal freeze. Or perhaps I should say, from beyond the sky, no? I am Cacolia Rand, Belobog's Supreme Guardian. I would be grateful if you could tell me why you have come. Do you wish me to doubt it? Or perhaps you're not confident in that identity yourself. No, I do not doubt it. I can see that you are not from this world. The Architects remember the history well, else we should forget it. I know that in the distant past, before the Eternal Freeze descended or the Legion invaded, this world was once prosperous beyond measure. An Aeon connected our planet to other worlds, and we discovered the endless possibilities of the boundless universe. We also came to know of Qlipoth, the Amber Lord. Under their attentive gaze, we built the city walls. So do not be surprised. For 700 years, the Architects have received no further communication from the stars. But I knew of your existence. Tell me why you have come.
Do you think anyone's gonna know what you're talking about?
We came here for something known as a stellaron.
A stellaron?
Objects that fell from the blue on separate worlds. Their appearance spelled disaster. Many of the planets we visited have suffered their effects. You mentioned invasion by the Antimatter Legion. Soon after their arrival, this planet suffered the eternal freeze. At the same time, the phenomenon known as fragmentum space corrosion began to occur. Correct?
Correct.
Stellarons bring about different disasters on different worlds, but every world seeded with a Stellaron will give birth to fragmentums. You can see us as kind-hearted interstellar public servants, lending a helping hand to any world affected by a Stellaron.
Your analysis of our current circumstances is clear. We have indeed suffered the disasters you speak of, some of which prove vexatious to us even today. But why should you care? Even if this Stellaron you speak of did bring about disaster, I fail to see its connection to you. I don't believe that anyone would go to such lengths to help a world unrelated to them. Unless they had something to gain.
You're right. Our reason for coming here is not purely selfless. If we don't seal the Stellaron, we cannot leave this planet.
Yeah, FYI, we're pretty awesome.
You know how to seal the Stellaron.
We have the relevant means.
Very well, I believe you. If our present situation is truly the result of this so-called Stellaron, then your arrival is the hope that Belobog has waited 700 years for. I am willing to assist you in any way possible to help you locate the Stellaron. It's getting late, and you must be tired. I will arrange for you to stay in our most comfortable hotel. Rest there and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow at noon, I will dispatch someone to escort you here, and we can discuss this urgent matter in greater detail. It should be me thanking you, visitors from beyond the sky. I too need some time. I will go over our records for anything that may be connected to Stellarons. Please excuse me for not escorting you further. Of course, I understand. Do not worry. I have a way.
It seems that the Supreme Guardian holds you in high regard. I have received orders that your movements are no longer to be restricted.
You know, I didn't think things were gonna go that smoothly.
I'm afraid I still have duties to attend to. I must return to my post. I hope you enjoy your stay in Belobog.
Wait! Can you recommend some sites? It's not that late. We want to take a look around.
Well, I'd say that Golden Theater and the History Museum are both worth a look. However, you'd need a pass to get into the museum. I recommend you visit Everwinter Monument first. It's Belobog's most symbolic landmark. And if you enjoy music, you could head to Neverwinter Workshop. You can sometimes catch an outdoor performance there. The artist is... you'll see. Oh, and if you're staying at Goethe Hotel, please avoid the alley that runs next to it. The one with Silvermane guards stationed there. It's started to be affected by corrosion recently, so it's been sealed off.
So the corrosion is inside the city. That's a grave situation.
Yes, we're mounting a resistance as we speak. I must leave now. I hope all goes well for you.
Wow, look at the carved ice. It feels perfect for this city somehow.
Whatever it's made of, it can't be ice.
I guess you're right. It's actually pretty warm in the city. Hey, what's with all the children over there? Should we go and take a look?
So let me introduce myself. I'm the intelligence officer for the Silvermane Guards, and a temporary guide for the A Journey Through Belobog's history program. My name is Pelageya Sergeyevna, but you can call me Pela.
Yes, Miss Pela.
Okay, guys, take a look over here. This is Everwinter Monument. It was erected to commemorate the mighty architects. The architects are followers of the Aeon Klipot. It was they that saw a crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Even today, they are still tending to the city. Everwinter Monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity. Any questions?
That's the alley that Shepard mentioned. The one contaminated by the fragmentum, right? I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
They hadn't identified it. I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close down by now.
Move back! This is your final warning!
But my proof of property is inside. I don't have any.
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane Guards are permitted to enter here.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed there.
No. As long as the Stellaron is active, the corrosion will continue to spread. The soldiers can only periodically clear the fragmentum of monsters, but the monsters will continue to emerge and multiply.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass!
Come around and have a look.
Neverwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Shepard say there'd be a show here?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
Ah, darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right? If so, I'm not sure mighty is the right word for these architects.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh, wow, she's cool.
Yep, touch it and find out. Ice cold. I was just about to fix it up. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Serval. I'm the owner of this workshop. If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious? About the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district. Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out! I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be them? What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat. The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface. It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld. You didn't know? Belobog is structured like two big connected disks. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply and resource extraction. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time. I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything. Isn't it just like cooking food over an open flame? If the house is a pot, then the heater is the stove it rests on.
When she puts it like that, it actually starts to make sense.
No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting. Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first. Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss. I was only kidding. Just a joke. Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
Want to put my head on a pillow and drift off. Seems like the first day of our trailblazing expeditions is always pretty eventful, huh, Danhung?
It's because you've got too much energy.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles. But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
Alright, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade. Nope, she seemed normal to me. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary. Well, there's no way he'd get past Danhung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow. Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
It was a long day today. All I need is a hot shower and a good night's sleep. You too.
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could be tiring.
Well, I'm off to my room then. Express lights off!
Who are you? What are you?
We are allies. Allies of the Guardians in generations.
What do you want?
To rebuild its science to help you achieve
Did you hear that?
There's a group of Silvermane guards at the entrance, and I don't think they're here to say hi.
If this is our escort, it's less friendly than I was expecting. I guess we'll have to find out.
Let's go and meet them. We won't know until we're down there.
Hey, Commander Bronya is waiting for you all down below. Hurry up and go see her. And no tricks.
Are we in a lot of trouble? Huh? It's you. You were there at the fort.
I am Bronya Rand, acting commander of the Silvermane Guards. In the name of the Amber Lord in the Highest, and under order of Supreme Guardian Cocolia Rand, I hereby arrest the suspected infiltrators under the charge of plotting to incite rebellion. As agent of the Supreme Guardian, I herewith temporarily strip you of your freedom of action and speech. When you are tried by the adjudication panel, you will be given the opportunity to defend yourselves against the accusations. Resistance will prove futile. You must come with me.
Wait a minute. This isn't what we agreed. She said we were going to be escorted to discuss an urgent matter.
This is an orchestrated betrayal, obviously.
Looks like we've been downgraded to accomplices. Again. It seems like it's every third planet this happens.
That's because you always act without thinking. You never have a plan.
Hey, I'm improving. I'm coming up with a plan right now. And got one! Down on the alley.
The one that's been sealed off. It's possible. March. Be ready to make an escape.
Huh? Really? I just wanted to say something.
3 of a kind.
It's an old Astral Express escape signal. Do you play cards?
2 pair.
Hey, what are you whispering? Let's get going.
Ace!
Have an ice day!
They charged straight in! Escaping into a fragmentum. I don't know if they're overconfident or just eager for death. It would seem that Mother's judgment was correct.
Should we report them as missing or deceased?
Supreme Guardian's order was to arrest them. We cannot abandon our pursuit just because they fled into a sealed-off area. I must ascertain their fate with my own eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Eradicate all threats to Belobog's security. That is what I must do.
Ha! See? They weren't brave enough to follow us. Freedom! Serves them right. Better luck next time, slowpokes. Well, you can get good at getting lucky.
We caught them by surprise. Nothing more. They'll be in pursuit soon enough. Let's follow the path. We need to guarantee our own safety before making any further plans.